president. You don't need to come to me.
You come to me. You come to me. How are you, my brother?
Yeah.
I'll give you some love.
I love you.
I'll give you some love.
Yeah. I love you, president.
How are you? No better cameraman in the world.
Let me tell you.
Yes. So, I mean, if you say...
Colleagues will have seen a video that's been doing the rounds on social media purporting to place the president at Mr. Morgan Maumela's home. We would like to therefore address the falsehoods that have been spread through this video showing the president with a well-known radio DJ, commonly known as Thibo Touch, outside Morgan Maumela's home. The video shows 4 gentlemen, namely Deputy Minister Jomo Sibiya, who at the time was a special advisor to the president. And this video was taken or recorded on the 29th of September 2023. You also see the president in the middle with the DJ, Thibo Touch, as I've mentioned, as well as with Bishop Noel Jones. Now, colleagues will also recall, and it is well known, that the president loves to walk whenever he finds time, and that is how he keeps himself fit. On this day, he had invited Mr. Sibiya on a walk, which is something he does regularly, to invite his staff, including ministers, for walks, as well as his friends. It's usually a very constructive time and easy time to engage the president on a number of issues during the walk. So during this particular walk, they passed a house which we now all know to be Maumela's house. As they were passing this house, they were stopped by Thibo Touch, who got out of the car. As I've mentioned, he was in the company of his mentor and friend, Bishop Noel Jones. They took pictures and they recorded a video. During the same walk, the president had stopped and spoke to several people along the way, including taking pictures with some of those people. Mr. Jomo Sibiya's Facebook post during that time do show all of this. And so, indeed, you see the president in front of Maumela's house, but they were not visiting the house or coming out of that house. It just so happened that Thibo Touch stopped his car to greet the president as he was walking past what we now know as Maumela's house. The president did not even know whose house it was at the time. The other dynamic about this street in particular is it's a street that the president, uses regularly when he takes walks or drives past or drives through the street. And naturally, he'll drive past this house because the street is not too far from his home in Hyde Park. It's a street that he will use when driving to and from Sandton, for example, or heading to any northerly direction. It's a street that we use when we go to his house, either coming from a northerly direction or heading towards Sandton or a northerly direction. And so it's not uncommon to see the president's convoy in that street or to see him walking in that street because it's really, really close to his house. I mean, I think where Maumela's house is, it's probably less than a kilometer or two, or about a kilometer at the most. And so naturally, depending which route he decides to take, there's no way he will not walk past that house. We've also had claims, which we find disturbing, that the president visits Maumela's house every week. There's a claim that apparently quotes neighbors saying this. And this is something we reject as a complete lie, that the president visits this house every week. With his extremely busy schedule, there are only 4 categories of people that can claim to see the president every week. 1, it's his family, his security detail, his union building staff, particularly those assigned to his private office here at the union buildings, as well as ANC officials, which he meets every Monday. Other than those categories, no one can claim to see the president every week. There are 2 homes that he visits regularly. But even with those homes, he does not visit them every week. The first, it's his sister's house, who resides in Soweto. The second house that he visits regularly is the house of his longtime comrade and mine workers union friend, Mr. James Motlatsi. There's no other household that the president, or rather, there's no other household that can claim to be visited by the president every week. It's practically impossible with his work schedule for him to visit any house every week other than his own home, and then now and then he will visit his sister and he will visit Mr. Motlatsi, as I've stated. And so the president maintains that he has no personal relationship with Maumela. He is not related to him, except he was once married to his aunt many years ago. And so we do note the ongoing desperate attempt from some quarters of the media and others on social media to continue perpetuating this falsehood and seeking to link the president to this gentleman. We've gone further to even obtain confirmation from Tibotage that the video and pictures formed part of his original post. He was coming from the airport, he says, going to the Saxon Hotel with Bishop Noel Jones. At the time, I'm informed that this house was under construction. So again, the president had no knowledge of whose house it was. And so we do reject sternly that the president may have been visiting Maumela's house. And that is very far from the truth. It is worth also mentioning that just before the president was appointed the deputy president, he gathered his immediate family and relatives and sternly instructed all of them to either exit or stop any business that they did or intended to do with the government or any state institution. Maumela was not part of that family gathering. He couldn't have been part of that meeting because he's not part of the president's immediate family. It is for this reason that we are going to consistently reject the narrative that seeks to link his existence and whatever else is involved in to the president.